Welcome back, everyone. My name is Dale Myers with Vision Advanced. Today we're going to talk about some shortcuts to entrepreneurial success. And when I say shortcuts, I'm not telling you that I have a 30-day plan for you to make $10,000. I don't have a 6-month plan for you to be a millionaire. Those things really don't exist. Now, if you already have a website with 100,000 followers, sure, you can make 6 figures in 6 months. But for most people, that's not a realistic starting point. I said most because, again, there are exceptions to everything. It depends on what industry you're in and what you're doing. But in general, when you're starting a small business, we know that there is a high failure rate. According to the SBA, the Small Business Administration, about 85% of all new businesses will go out of business within 3 years. So what can you do differently? If you haven't yet started your business, this is a great time to pay attention. If you're already in business, this is also a great time to pay attention. The first thing I would ask myself is, am I living my household on a written budget? Yeah, I know some of y'all thinking like, what do you talk about? If you are running your household on a written budget, there's a good chance you are running your business on a written budget. If your household does not have a written budget, your business probably doesn't. And when I say written budget, I simply mean that in advance, you write down all of the money that's coming in, and then you say, okay, I'm going to tell every dollar where to go on the front end. Again, you tell your money where to go in advance. You have categories for every expense. Success in business is the same way. Success in business is the same way. Brief apologies, a little digital interaction here. So success in business flows from success in your personal life. One main reason small businesses go out of business is because of poor cost accounting, poor money management. Now, we're not going to get into it any further than that, but trust me on this. If you run your household on a written budget, there's a good chance you will run your business with a written budget, and you'll have a greater chance of success. And like most of you, this is something I had to learn as an adult because I love my parents, but that's not a skill that they passed on to me, nor did they impress upon me the importance of doing it this way. So I may leave some links in the description below. There are lots of good resources out there. I know Dr. Boyce Watkins has a pretty good plan. Dave Ramsey has a good plan called Financial Peace University that will help you with that particular piece. That's step one. Run your household on a written budget. Number two, very, very important. Commit to personal development. Commit to improving yourself. Your business goes as far as you, Mr. or Mrs. Entrepreneur, as far as you are willing to push it. Your limit is set by your weaknesses and your current skills. So the more skills you get, the better problem solver you become, because there are different, each level of business has a different problem. The startup has a whole bunch of problems, but once you make it, as the accountants call it, an ongoing concern, it becomes another issue, another set of problems. And then when you decide you want to grow or hire employees, all of these different things come with different challenges. The better you are at solving problems, the greater you increase your likelihood of success. And again, it's okay if you don't have these skills. We talked about money management. You don't have it, you can go learn it. It doesn't matter how smart you are. And no one cares if you made an A in your math class or an F. It does not matter. The only thing that matters is, are you providing value to the marketplace? Have you successfully quantified, measured all of your costs related to your business, product, or service? That's what matters. So, personal development. Commit to the need to improve yourself. Commit to the need to improve yourself. All right, let's see. And again, that comes from self-analysis. That means I have to analyze my strengths and my weaknesses. And this can be kind of tough. It can be gut-wrenching. It was for me. It took some humility. I had to eat some humble pie, but it's probably one of the best things that I've undergone, because Now I am literally blossoming. That's why I'm sharing this information with you all, because I'm kind of getting out of this rut that I was in, this self-imposed rut, I might add. But that's a story for another day. The other thing, when you do self-analysis, you find out what you're really good at, what you love to do, and what you hate to do. Sometimes we have to do it all to start to get this thing off the ground. But understanding quickly what we want or need to outsource is a huge part of what comes out of this self-analysis. So that's step number 2. Number 3, directly related to number 2, become goal oriented. All successful people, the top 1 to 3% of all people in the world, have a clearly defined process for achieving goals. I am not simply stating that right now you don't have goals. What I am saying to you is you must develop or follow a process for achieving goals. If you learn a goal-orientated process and begin to implement it, including time management, how to prioritize things, specializing in productivity. And again, it's okay. I was so weak in that area. I was very, very weak. But all business skills are learnable. Embrace that. That's related to number 2. Commit to personal development. All skills are learnable. You can become an expert in time management, an expert in goal setting. Becoming an expert in goal setting changes your family tree, the community around you, because you can now teach this to others. You can impact legacies. Again, this cannot be overstated. All right, so step number 1 was run your household on a written budget. Step number 2 was commit to personal development. And number 3, we stated, was learn a process for goal orientation, a proven process. Number 4, commit to planning in advance. Become a planner. Every 1 hour of planning saves you about 10 hours on implementation time. Let me state that again. Every 1 hour in effective planning can save you 10 hours of implementation time. Plan in advance. And this is related to acquiring the skills. You can learn how to put together action plans, a detailed action plan. We say you're going to become goal oriented. Well, in order to achieve the goal, we got to develop action plans. So plan in advance. Put this stuff on paper. And you know what you'll also find? You make a lot of mistakes, but you'll be able to catch some of your mistakes. It's better to catch them on paper than before you actually implement it, right? So plan in advance, guys. Set aside time to review your plans, all right? Let's see. Oh, these plans. How am I going to use my money? How am I going to utilize my people? What type of people do I require in the development of product or service? What are all the key things that I need to put in place to develop my product or service? And so again, we're talking people, process, and product. Those are the 3 main areas of business development, all right, or things that you need to be crystal clear on. And lastly, the final thing. So we've done everything else. Now it's time to just drive the boat. Drive and adjust. What do I mean? When you are driving down the street, you're driving, don't you look in the mirror, you look to the other side, you look in the rear view, and then you turn, you steer, you adjust, right? You are measuring what's going on around you. Business is the exact same thing. As part of your action plans, you have measurable time frames. You need to take the time to go back and measure. So once a week, look at where you are. You can look at it daily, but again, this is the importance of having that proven goal setting process. You have certain times where you look back. Did I hit my goal today? Wins and losses. Over the week, did I hit my goal? And then at the end of the month, you talk about the bigger goals. But set aside time in advance. Here's that planning thing again. We measure it. We plan, we measure, and just like driving, we adjust. We turn, we stop, we pause, we do whatever we need to do. We back up, you measure, you drive, revise, and you redo. That's all. It's that simple, guys. So I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below. What's some additional things that have helped you on your way to success? What are you working on in your personal life right now or in your professional life that you know is going to help you get better, that's going to propel you and probably someone else towards success? My name is Dale Myers with Vision Advance. Please thumbs up, like the video, and share and subscribe. We'll talk soon. Take care.